Good morning. Thank God first that allowed me to come here this morning to speak His word to y'all. Just pray that it's spoken in a way that we all can understand it, that we all will be uplifted by it, and it will cause us to live for God more and more each day. It'll be an encouragement. It's kind of cold outside there today. That wind, is getting up. And I saw a brother this morning with a Kansas City shirt on this morning. I said, really? Really, you gonna wear that today? No, I'm not against the Chiefs at all and stuff. You know, we lived in Kansas. People have asked me about the game. I said, well, may the best team win. I said, if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. You know, that's just so. Therefore, I said, either way, I'll have no stake in this matter at all, regardless. This morning in our reading, we had Joshua 2:8, verse 11 read. Here we find Lady Rahab. She was talking to apostles. Talking to the two spies that came there. Let's go back up to verse 1 here. As they entered, they were sent by Joshua to spout this land in Jericho. Remember when Joshua had sent out the 12, sent out the other spies, first of all, they said, there are giants in land, we cannot take this land. So Joshua sent out 2 men this time and stuff only. And they went through the land and stuff, they came up on an inn. They were ran by Rahab, a harlot. So who was Rahab, the harlot? First of all, it says she is a prostitute. She takes men in, she makes money off of men and stuff. She sells her body to them. She has other clients with ladies that do the same thing with herself. There's a big inn there and stuff. Also, Rahab, she ran an inn, she was a prostitute, but she listened to a lot of men tell a lot of things too that's happening going on in the world too. The men, they would travel from all over different places to come and stay at this place where Rahab was. So when the 2 spies came in, they came to this inn right here and stuff, and she took them in. And she looked, and when they came in and stuff, she saw them and stuff. She knew what they was there for. They had come to spy out our land. But also, when she took those men in, the other men came to her. The king had sent other men to her place, said, tell Rahab to give those men to have come unto you. I also found out Rahab, she was a liar. She said, I did see the man. I did see they did come in unto my house. But she said they also left by the gate when it started getting dark. So she like, but Rahab, she had a decision to make. Do I lie? And do I turn the men over to them? Because, as I said, we are heard about your God. We are heard about what he has done. Or do I say I have not seen them? So what she did was, said, yes, I have seen these men, and they came in. But then also they left. But Rahab, she took the men up and hid them in her loft up there so that they would not know. She said, but she told them that if you leave now, you can't go out and catch these men before they get away too far, if you go out there right now. But Rahab, she was hiding these men and stuff. She said, before they lay down, she came with them on the roof and said to the men, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that the terror has fallen on us all the inhabitants. Rahab, she said, I know what's going on here. So I know we are not, I know your Lord. I know your God. Some people say, well, how should know? Back then, we didn't have no National Enquirer. Didn't have no telegraph, no phone, no text message they can send along. But remember God's words, he said, God is not without witness. Whatever God do, there's always somebody there who can go out and tell what happens. And so therefore, that these men who had come into Rahab's place and stuff, they had told her what was going on around the world. So let me tell you about the children of Israel. So there's a bunch of, they are marching right now. He said, at the Red Sea, there was this army behind them, Pharaoh army behind them and stuff. And they walked through on dry ground. If they were coming out of there and stuff, and the army was pursuing them, they got drowned by the water again. The water came crashing down on them again. So that people started thinking, so, wow. So then again, Jericho was protected by these kings from Amorites. They were protected by them, apparently. But when they went through there and stuff, and God told Moses, ask them, can we go through there? And they said no. So what happened? They got destroyed. They got wiped out utterly. They got wiped out utterly. And when they heard about that there, their heart melted. They were sad. They didn't know what they was going to do. How can we fight against the children of Israel and stuff? Because wherever they go, they lead total destruction. Their heart was faint. Sometimes in our life, we look at things and stuff. We take a tornado, for instance. We know they're coming. They're coming down past us. Only thing we can do is get ourselves out of harm's way, because they will utterly destroy everything within their path. No matter what it is and stuff, they're going to destroy it. And so for Rahab, she looked at this and stuff, she said, what can I do? Do I trust the king over here that he's going to take care of? He's going to take care of us? Or do I trust their God? So Rahab, she chose to trust in God, put her faith in God, because she told the apostle, told them, the spies, she said, here's what I want: for my family to be protected. Now I'll bring up another thought in my mind too. People always say that they want to see God work, right? They want to see a miracle. They want to see this, they want to see that answer. The Rahab, did she see any of this stuff that's happening? No, she did not. Rahab, she walked by faith. She walked by faith. She heard about it. She believed it. Romans 10:17 says, the faith comes by what? By hearing the word of God. So when she heard about what God did, she believed in God. She believed the thing that was taking place, because the men who came, they convinced her. They convinced her that, hey, this is true. Because we have seen it with our own eyes. We come to the land, we have seen it with our own eyes. Brings another point too. Thomas, as they said, we have seen the Lord. Thomas said, I will not believe it until I see Jesus myself. So I put my hand in his side. So what did Jesus do? When Jesus came, he said, Thomas, he said, touch my hands, touch my side. He said, my Lord, my God. Then Jesus, he told her, he said, blessed are you, son, blessed are those who have not seen, but yet believe. And over Rahab, she had not seen, but she believed them. She believed what was going on. Why? Because she said, have heard about your God, what he has done. So she wanted that protection from them and stuff. And the spies told her that they will do that, they will give her protection, but she could not tell the king what was that she had saw us and stuff. So I will not. He said, just remember me and my family when y'all come through. How? They put a cord down through the window. So that when the Lord come back, when he come through and destroy the land and stuff, we see a cord and stuff, we will pass by. How many times have we heard when they did something, they put the blood on the both doorsteps, and God, he passed over. He passed over and stuff. He did not just take their firstborn. See, whenever we obey God's word, whenever we do those things that God tells us to do, so he's going to protect us. He's going to take care of us. It's that when we doubt him and that we don't do those things, when we get in trouble. Because God, he will take care of us. Then another thing too, and we look at this too. When they lost heart, when they lost heart and stuff, just like in a game, when you're up winning a game and stuff, and all of a sudden you find yourself down by 10 points with 15 seconds left to go in the game and stuff. It's a state championship game, something you have worked hard all your life for, and you let it slip away. You lose his heart. You lose, you just lose it all. And these men right here and stuff, as they look, they had the protection of the other nation around them, but they have been totally wiped out completely by children of Israel. Then in verse 14, so the men answered her, our lives for yours. If none of you tell this business of ours, it shall be when the Lord has given us the land that we will deal kindly and truly with you. And that's what she did. How can you trust a prostitute? Do you think they could come in and offer her money? Or, say we'll pay you more money for this and stuff. No. Because Rahab's reputation was a harlot. And women walk down the street, see her in the street, they would grab their husband and pull them close to them and stuff. Don't you look at that woman over there. They would teach their daughters, don't be like her. Because there's no one else. Is there another Rahab in the world? Someone named Rahab? Anybody name their daughter after her? Not in the Bible. So why would God use a prostitute to help to save his spies? See, a lot of times people they look down on people because of what they do in this life and stuff. They think they're not good enough for the Lord, but not God. God looks at everyone in this world and gives everyone an opportunity to be saved, no matter what their background from and stuff. See, sometimes, when Jesus, he caught the woman in adultery, and Christ was, I'll come around and say, she should be stoned, she should be stoned. The Bible said that Christ just sat on the ground, right on the ground and stuff. It said what he wrote, but he said, ye who are without sin, let him be the first one to cast a stone. So little by little, they begin to leave. See, one thing about sin is, sometimes people have a tendency to categorize sin. They want to say, we got little sin, we got big sin, we got a little white lie here and a little white lie there. That's no big deal. But God said all have sinned. God said all sin is transgression against God, no matter what it is and stuff. And the Bible said, whoever comes, let him come to the water, drink it freely. See, Rahab, she came. She knew what was happening, and she changed her mind. See, as I look at Rahab and stuff, I think like, Rahab had a mind made up a long time ago what she's going to do. She had a mind made up a long time ago. God, she was there. She said, "We heard about it." And when they came in to her and stuff, she said, "I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to forsake my idol God that I worship here. I want to leave him for the true and living God." See, because apparently, the idol God they had worship, there was no match for the true and living God. There was no match for him. Which brings another point, Elijah. Ooh, I love Elijah. Elijah gets all the false prophets and stuff. In 1 Kings chapter 18, I believe it is. As Elijah, he was there by himself. First Elijah thought that God had forsaken him. God said, "I ain't forsaken you." He said, "I got 700,000 prophets that Baal haven't even touched yet." But yet, when they told Elijah, he kept him God. He said, "Look, how them to build an altar? They mix up an altar and pour water on the altar and stuff. Then how them to cry to their God?" So he let them go first and stuff. They built altars and stuff. They did all this and stuff. They did exactly what they told them. But all water, and they said they called their God from morning, from noon until night, all day long. They called their God. Nothing happened. They even started cutting themselves. See, God, He don't never call us to do anything like that. All He tells us to do is to have faith in Him, to trust in Him. Because when we have faith in God and stuff, we're gonna walk by faith and not by sight. Because people, they won't believe everything. How many times you get up in the middle of the night in your house and the lights is dark, you don't turn the lights on, you go walking through your house? Because you got confidence where you know where you're going in your house, right? Faith in the darkness. I'm not going to run on the couch. I'm not going to triple the table here and stuff. I'm not going to triple the dog because everything is in this place where it should be. That's how we look at it. Now, sometimes there's something in this way, you triple on stuff. Oh, why did they get here? You know, turn on light and stuff. Maybe the kid left a toy out or something. Or somebody moved something that you know about. But see, yet instead, Elijah, he trusted in God also. He trusted in God. When he had his turn to do what God told him to do and stuff, he called on God just one time, zapped up everything. So you're looking at Rahab, the prostitute. Why would I trust her? Why would I trust this woman? Because she told him, she said, I know what your God has done. Do we trust in God? Where is our faith at? Is our faith in God or is it in the world? Sometimes, we lose our faith sometimes. I do too. Sometimes I do things that I should not do. But God, He is always faithful to us. Is God faithful to us? He never changes. He don't say, Ernest, you did this there, I'm going to take this away from you. Oh, like someone said, we did something wrong, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back what you did to me. That's not God's way. God is always faithful. Then she let them down by a rope through the window from her house, was on the city wall, and she dwelt on the wall. And she said to them, go to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you. Hide there 3 days until the pursuer have returned. Afterward you may go your way. So the man said to her, we will be blameless of this oath of yours, which you made us swear. Do you think the king came back to her again and asked her those questions again about those men after they left? Do you think the people in the city like Rahab? They probably looked at her and sneered and jeered at her and stuff. Because everybody in the city, they was terrified about what was going to happen. But there was nothing that they could do about it. She said, we are helpless right now. She said, but I believe in your God. I believe in Him. Just take care of my family and me, please, because I know what He can do. Do we believe enough in God that we're willing to turn away from sin and live right? Leave those worldly things behind us and put our faith and trust in Him. Not hold on to grudges, not hold on to hate, to let those things go in life and please Him. Now, look at Jesus. He said, not my will, but thy will be done. Same thing Rahab. He said, it wasn't about me. He said, it's about what God wanted. I know He gave this land to y'all. He's going to take it. He's going to take it without consent or no consent. But I want to be on the side of your Lord. The side I want to be on. If we live our lives, let's learn to be on the side of the Lord. And learn to trust in Him, to keep our trust in Him at all times and stuff. Because we know that it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Very fearful thing. What God has for us is a home waiting in heaven for us, a place where we have no suffering. But on the other hand, if we do not put our faith in him, and we walk slew-footed, Ernest, you will suffer the consequences. You will suffer the wrath of God. You will suffer like these people in the Old Testament suffered too. But no, it will be for eternity. It will be forever and ever and ever. God, he gives us each day to come back to him. Each day we're living, each second, each hour, he gives us that chance to come back to him. You know, it is our responsibility to come to him now. It is not God, because God, he did all he's going to do. It's up to us now. And Rahab, she knew it too. That's why she made that decision. Please, please protect me and my family. Y'all will keep the rope out of the windows, outside the window. When God see it, he will pass over it. He will take care of you. This morning, if you have fallen away from God, you want to come back to him, he is there waiting for you to come back to him. He is not going to deny you. He is faithful and just. He will forgive you. Be like that prodigal son who come back home, and God, he'll welcome you back home. God, he does not want nobody to be lost at all. But the Bible is here for us as a roadmap so we can see the error of our ways and stuff. We can look into this mirror and we can read about it, and we can turn away from those sins. Be like Rahab, put our faith and trust in God and the one who will save us. God, if you're not a child of God, when we become a child of God this morning, we can talk to you about that too. Or we sing an invitation song.